Right. Bloody dawn. I've just accepted that mission, but I'm aware that I have some wounded lads. Damage inflicted on abandonment isn't too important. So this is drive off brigands. I believe it was a 1 skull. Need tools. There's none to be had here within price. Stop repairing that. I think we'll just camp until our tools are used up. But we don't even need to camp. Let's move over there. And I assume those tools will all be worked through by the time we get to the ruins of Kragenheim. I mean, given that it's a 1 skull, I'm expecting just about some thugs and some raiders. Maybe a marksman. Hope it's not going to give us the forested background. Battleground, I should say. Hit points 54, hit points 45 is a touch low on Griff. Depending on what we're up against, if we're up against marksmen with crossbows, I think I'll switch Griff to a kite shield just to make sure he doesn't get that one-shot crossbow hit. I think it's 12 thugs, some poachers and thugs, and they are advancing. Excellent. I'm gonna wait for some of these thugs without shields to get a bit closer. Actually want to have my archers target that brigand thug with a pitchfork. Oh, the old headshot! You're gonna get flanked here. He'll be able to move. That guy takes that position, he can sneak past there. Then that lad can take that position. But I've got enough backup that if one of these thugs ends up in this position, I should be able to kill him in short order. But that was a waste. Why did I do that? %. Blocking. Now, has that dude ended his turn there? No, it's turn 2 already. Okay. I think let's try kill that guy before he gets an attack off. Great shot. See, forgot to reload. Shields, I don't think I need to keep shields up now. I keep focusing the high threat guys. There you go, he's fleeing. Off with his head. Charge the archers. Oh, right in the guts. That one shot and his morale shatters. Rip. Throwing stones, you bastard. Great shots. God, these crossbows are good. Of course, we will eventually get to a point where bows are going to be superior, war bows especially. It's this point of the game where the crossbows really shine. Yes! Kill! That lad might get away. I really hope I can improve my financial situation this episode. I was struggling for money. But with a few good episodes and a few good missions, we can probably recover quite nicely. I want to focus on looking where all the trade goods are, because we've definitely underutilized trading so far in this game. But of course, to trade, you need good relations with the city so you can buy the resources for cost price or below or around that price. And then you need money to be able to buy those goods in the first place. More rotation. Loving that +4 with no stars in range skill. Turned out to be pretty big for us. Harmonic is going to need fast adaptation, so I'll take it at level 1. We'll have daggers. Oh god, here we go. Most would consider the dream to have been a nightmare. The darkness surrounded you, black so flat you could reach out and touch it. The voice spoke a language you'd never heard before, and yet you understood it nonetheless. Two faces emerged for the infinite shade, Anasologist Shieldbreaker and Homic Archer. The men seemed so close, yet when you reached out they shrank, as though your fingers stretched infinitely into the void. Upon waking you knew what must be done, but a trust had been put in you here, a trust by Davkul. A trust to do what few men can. Make a choice. Now, Anasologist or Homic. Anasologist has a lot of defense, but Homic is an archer. He's not one of the better ones, but archers are so incredibly rare and hard to come by. So I'm sorry, Anasologist. You have been with us for a short time, survived the tough fight, and you now have the honor of being the next sacrifice. His name is Homic. No, his name is Anasologist. We shall remember him. A long stick is pierced through Anasologist Shieldbreaker from posterior to out the side of his neck. He is tilted up into the sky and held there by one man, while the others use long spears to stab him through until his corpse is the apex of an uncovered tent. The conical corpse is then covered with grass and mud until there stands a teepee, a torso and head of Anasologist Shieldbreaker, all that remains above, and should you enter the tent you would find his legs dangling from its ceiling. The monument should stand as an omen for those to come, and a sign that they should come to accept that which awaits us all. Everybody's pissed off, except for my cultists. The Michael Stubbs now is zealot. Okay, I was kind of thinking and hoping that all of our cultists would become, every time you make a sacrifice, they go up one tier. But it seems to be happening pretty often and pretty quickly, actually. Now, can we get paid and start drinking in the tavern before people start leaving? Is there even a tavern there? We need a... Fuck's sake. No! Not Thunders! Ah! Oh. Davkul, you ask such a high price. That was the single best brother we've managed to get our hands on so far. Oh, fuck, that sucks. He would have been the best archer I've ever had. Who's going to desert before we get to that tavern? Homic, who lost both our archers. Wait, Homic was a cultist. Why? I thought he was a cultist. Okay, no, he's not. Quickly, get to the tavern. We're going to go on an epic binge drinking. Oh, Sir Duck has fucked off. One of our best tanks. Oh god. Who's still angry? A lot of the lads are still angry, so I'm hoping these two won't leave now. Yep, the lads are drunk, I know. Just keep pounding back those Jägermeisters, boys. Everyone's fucking hammered. Oh, keep drinking, boys. Okay, so there's two guys who are still angry. I've got both my crossbowmen, at least I got them converted. Fucking hell, this campaign is going to be so hard. Does anyone have even remotely the kind of fatigue to wear that heavy armor? 56 is not terrible if he's using a sword. $90 on Einard, he can try it. Oh yeah, that's way better. God, so how far? So we had our first Dovekul sacrifice at day 30. I don't think it's day 60. So it's happening more often and quicker than I'm expecting. Just checking the resolve numbers. Who's got the lowest resolve numbers? But yeah, holy hell, this scenario is fucking hard. If you have to every 30 days start with a new group of boys. Oh, but losing our archers is devastating. It's so devastating. Oh, that dude would have had over 100 range damage. He would have been an absolute monster. Well, no more feeling sad. Cowards! And cowards. Weak. Don't have the strength to serve Dovekul. Okay, so how many swords? I need 7 swords. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So I only need 2 of these short swords. I think I'm actually going to use that hand axe. With 11 lads, that's 12, 13, 14 sets of armor. Enough. What was I thinking? But I can hardly concentrate. There's someone here who has bad aim, like Malicious. I'm going to switch him there and give him the hand axe. Now I've got shield breaking lads all throughout the front line. Can only have breaking morale or worse. Well, let's just get through a fight, and then I think the boys are going to feel better as we get through a fight. Everyone is thoroughly drunk. Let's go fight some undead. Oh, Jesus. There's Iridian. He's fucked off. Fucking coward! Oh. Trimming the fat. Culling the weak from our alliance. Oh, what are we up against? What to find in the graves. Work of grave robbers. Okay, so it's going to be zombies or Nachtsirs. Most likely zombies. So axes are not needed. Swords will do perfectly fine. Unless there are good spears, spears to be used. $18, that's a big number. And And the fact that a lot of my guys can only have breaking morale or worse. So using raise morale is not going to do anything. Let's retreat to this northern mountain over here. Northern bit of high ground. So I think what happens is, if Caponosta fully breaks and starts fleeing, you can at least raise his morale away from fleeing and just to breaking again. I think that's how it works. This is a big old group of zombies. If I had my archers, I would be in such a better spot. We should have one more turn of maneuvering. Yeah, I can actually have my archers, my 2 crossbowmen, like at this height is fine. Start shooting Michael Stubbs. Some damage going. Get all the hangover, lads. So the drinking like that wasn't that effective at raising the morale. Worked for some of the lads, but not most by any stretch. Quickly, boys, get up there. I think I can leave Spengler there. He's confident, he's up on high ground. He's got a shield, he should be fine. Einard we can leave there in that spot. And now Wushrog is in position. He can start shooting on the next turn. I think leaving that spot that he's in open is fine. Any zombie wanting to go through there will be double surrounded. This seems like a perfectly fine place to draw the front line. I can actually move Warrenberg forward 1 and Griff up there. God, it's going to take me a while to get over losing that archer. He would have been absolutely incredible. But hey, can't get too attached to them. They're all just servants of Dovkul. If they lack the resolve, better off without them. Fuck them. That's what I say. %, and he fucked it up. Why did I wait there with Spengler? I could have attacked. I suppose if one of the weaponed Vilgungers goes into that spot, then we'll prioritize attacking that. Right, we're in position. Let's go to work. I'd love to get my hands on that helmet. But with morale being so bad, we should just get through this without any deaths. Gotta be the only objective. Ivor, stay where you are. You are well placed. Open shots here. These two with the spears are the priority. Zombie nibble? I must say, I'm shocked by the descriptions of how they sacrifice the brothers. The makers of this game certainly know how to fucking describe the way someone to get killed gruesomely. I mean, impaling a guy through his ass and turning him into a fucking tent. That is so metal. It's totally brutal. Go boyos. So we'll do what we can to dagger that guy down, but I don't want to get anyone killed for the sake of it. $87 chance and you missed it. Shooting. Fucking hell, his armor is low. Single hit from that skirmish axe and Spengler's going to be in trouble. But he's confident and he has high ground. He'll be unlikely to get hit. There's so much so that the chance to hit Spengler must have been so much lower than Einard. Zombie just thought, no, go for the easier hit. Perfect. He's almost surrounded and he's at a height disadvantage. Perfect for stabbing. And stay down. I'm gonna come down here to support Spengler. Okay, that one should stay down this time. Also curious to see if we can observe that behavior of unarmored zombies picking up weapons. If you recall in the patch notes there was a description saying zombies can now pick up weapons. I haven't actually seen it happen though. Fucking hell. Okay, Spengler, you need to maintain a shield wall until that zombie goes down. Hang on to your fatigue. As long as it's not a headshot, that should be fine. 94 missed. What the fuck, dude? 270s missed. That padded nasal helmet is so good because it's 140 head armor, the same as this type of helmet, but it weighs a little bit less fatigue. I think it's 1 less fatigue. A 36% chances. Oh, fucking hell. There goes Spengler. What was that chance? Yanga uses cleave. 26%. That was unlucky. $278's missed. So 18 hit points. One more. There's only 10 points of bleed on him. If I can rotate him out, I will do so. I don't think I'll get the chance though. One more hit and he's gonna die. Miss! Oh! Didn't do any hit point damage. This one must just miss now. Oh, okay. We still have a chance of getting him out of there alive. Who can rotate though? Maybe Einard? But if I can kill this zombie this turn, I can just walk away. Armor's holding up there, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move and then try to kill that one. sake. 3 hit points. Just some bitey zombies. Please miss. Please miss. Oh! On. Can we get Spengler out of this? See, everyone's missing so much because we're all drunk and hungover and pissed off. Oh, how close is that? Oh, it missed. Well, I was only at 13% attack. Miss. Okay. One more bite and Spengler is dead. Get him, boys. Okay, let's get him off the line, for fuck's sake. Out of there, Spengler. Good lad. Bitey zombies are fine. Not that dangerous. Come on, 1 or 2 more dagger shots. He'll be dead. The lads are exhausted. This is by far the biggest group we've ever fought. And I really do hope that if we can do this, then that's going to improve morale so that no more guys abandon us. Out of ammo. Job, one more. Stay where you are because this dude move there, make space for someone else because he's going to rise up again most likely. %47 chance is pretty damn high. Get him, lads. One more zombie. We're done here. Nice. Shit, that was close. Well fought, boys. Nice amount of XP. We didn't even get the damn helmet. We got the 3 hand axes at least. That'll fetch us a fair price. I need loads of tools now. Yeah, thankfully. So disgruntled is now the lowest morale that we have on the field. So that is encouraging. It suggests to me that hopefully no one else is going to abandon us. And Wushrog is now at the 20 requisite range defense that I'm happy to leave it at. Anticipation plus 20 range defense is generally enough to keep you safe from an enemy archer. Enemy archer, let's say, has 90 ranged skill, uses aimed shot. That's 85 at 85 accuracy at 7 tiles. Minus 20 for his range defense. And add plus 1 per tile. Plus 10% of your range, so it's 3 per tile. It's 7 tiles, it's 21, so it's 41. And then it's the lowering the accuracy because it's the enemy archer is shooting over cover. It's like a 5% chance to hit. I think quick hands, so you can start using throwing weapons when enemies are close. 25 to 40 times 2 is better than 40 to 60. Or do I take other skills to maximize its crossbow effect? I think quick hands. At that wrecked armor, 40%. Tools are a huge problem now. I'm going to need to buy 3 stacks of tools. That's like 750 gold. 2 stacks, 37. I call it 500. We've got to find a place where tools aren't extortionately priced. A workshop at Hochdorf, so our place. Up there. And at Ognestead. Man. Well, head over to Ognestead. We can hopefully get a good price for whatever we're carrying there. I hope we can get a delivery mission. That is absolutely what we need. The Warfork I think is useful. 7 sticks is the most I would ever need. All of this can actually be sold. Except for that. We need 37. Actually 244 is not bad. You consider where we are and how hard it is to get tools. Just shoulder. Oh, this is very bad. But actually, damage inflicted doesn't matter when you're just breaking a shield with an axe. I think let's let all of the stuff heal naturally. We don't have the money right now to splash for treatments. How long do we need for tools? 19 hours. Hopefully this is a delivery. It's a caravan escort, 4 days to the south. I'm going to take that because we can heal up and repair while we're on the road. Perhaps we can hire a lad or 2. Oh man, I'd love to hire that wild man. Apprentices aren't bad for our purposes because they're going to learn fast, and if we're at a danger of having them leave, then maybe that's a pretty good thing. Are we all still hungover? Yep, we're all still hungover. Okay, let's hit the road. I'll be pleasantly surprised if we can complete this escort mission, but we'll see. It's not a big caravan, just a few caravan hands, I imagine. Yeah. You watch as one of the caravan guards lifts a cat from a crate. The creature mews as his legs dangle, kicking around for some footing, and then angrily kicking around to scratch what has lofted it just so. Interested, you inquire as to what the man is doing. He shrugs, lifting up the lid of a box and dropping the cat in. Feeding. The cat shrieks, Its feline squalls as fierce as its fight, but soon enough you hear nothing at all. Just as the caravan guard turns to leave the box, its lid bursts open and a pale creature shifts upward, almost incorporeal in its movement, and closes its arms around the man. It plunges its fangs into his neck. The guard's neck glows purple, then quickly begins to fade, its veins pressing out of its forehead as if trying to help his blood escape consumption. Backing away, you draw out your sword and urge your men to the newfound horror. This is vampires. Run for your lives! We have no ability whatsoever to fight those vampires when we're all injured like that. And low morale, fuck that. That would be doable if we weren't so wounded. Morale is slowly improving. What I need is delivery missions. Delivery and escort missions. We can make some money off of that. Speaking of money, we can make money off of this wood. Keep preparing. How long till this is healed? 2 to 5 days. Got 1 day salary. Head straight to the nearest big city. Not really that close. Let's say if we see if we can get the Azure Boars to help us with these brigands. But honestly, it's only like a couple of marksmen, and then those thugs will die very easily. Bingley is still really hurting. I think if I keep him on the back line, he'll be fine. Close up like this. I think start with the wooden shield out. Only 58 accuracy, that's pretty terrible. Be able to help with that. 10 of us against 14 of them. Few hands, a caravan guard. Have the caravan help us. Be a lot easier. Good, and they're charging straight away. That marksman only has a short bow, which is great for us. I just hope the other one has a tier 2 crossbow and we can get it off him. Brave caravan hands, I'll give them that much. Tier 1 crossbow. I wouldn't mind getting his armor, but I'm not going to get anyone killed for it. 81%, great shot. I'm still gutted about that archer. He would have been amazing. Disappointment. The boar spear, though. Yep, boar spear to the face. That'll happen. Oh, oh, good shoot. Well done, Caravan Hand, with his bludgeon. Now, I could move here, but I don't want to give up high ground to that guy. Let him come forward. Oh, he. Whether or not we can try to dagger this guy for his armor will depend on what that raider does damage-wise. Yeah, now that's an emergency. I gotta get Ivor out of there. Rip. Right shot. My crossbowmen are doing work. One shot. I need to get someone around there to rotate Ivan Ebenclaw out. Ideally, Einard, but he's first got to go through this dude. Having no shield here and in contact with that raider, that is a problem. See? Fuck. That's the second kill that Caravan hand's gotten. Can I recruit this guy? He seems like a badass. Oh, you needed to not miss that, dude. Good dodge. For fuck's sake, crossbowmen! There you go, I was hoping for that morale break there. Destroying that guy's shield now would not be smart, it's just going to amp his damage. Oh, this dude has been hard to hit. Yeah, the pole arm guy needs to miss now. Please miss. Please miss. Ark! Rip. Killed Ivor. What the fuck, dudes? Useless crossbowmen. What the fuck? That's 4 in a row that have all been above 65%. Some of them as high as 80-odd%. Boys. Good block. Don't worry, Wushrog. Is reinforcements on the way. Hit this nerd. Helping us to put some pressure on those crossbowmen. You too, malicious. Well, we should make short work of this dude with a hooked blade. Rip that brave Caravan hand. Ok. We. Boys. Get him! I want dogs, but we don't have the money for it. The money for much. We're just in a tough spot. I think this is the cycle we're going to keep going through until we get 12 cultists. You know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. These sacrifice events. But it strikes me that the longer we can hang on, and the more of those events we can get to proc, it'll keep making the guys who are cultists stronger and stronger. So we just got to stick with it. Hit. We shrug. Missed your throwing axe. Which reminds me, recover. I need to get recover on most of my lads. Probably at the next level for most of the front line. At level 5, take recover. Level 4 is rotation. Level 5 can be recover. And level 6 will be that underdog perk. So when they're surrounded, that's fine. And then it's time for nimble. And once we get nimble on most of our boys, most of them are light armor guys. Nimble is going to improve their survivability a lot. Rip Ivor Ebenclaw. So for a shield breaker, the temptation now is to take axe mastery, but we don't have any Dane axes handy. So I'm going to pick up recover at this. 5 our Bannerman, always resolve, always fatigue. And actually range defense is pretty important for a Bannerman, because he's going to have to hold his banner and depend on his range defense to keep him alive. He has very little fatigue, so I think recover is... Then at the next level I might take anticipation. Bit of insurance against the crossbow one shot. Spengler, you'll be able to get back on the front lines pretty soon. Axe there and maybe another axe here. Good. On 5. 40 is better. Five vision. We'll have daggers up front. Good. All have bandages. Alright. At least we've got spare armor ready to go for the boys. As a set. Set. Here's another set. So all of this can actually be marked for rid of it. Well, let's assume that 2 of the next lads are going to be archers again. So we'll have that for the archers. This will be for the next front line guy. We'll need that. Sword and a dagger. Okay, so at least we're not short on gear. Nice, and another boar spear. Excellent. How many is that now? It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 48 minutes. Let's take a little break there. Death toll is mounting. Rip Ivor Ebenclaw and rip Anusologist and Brother Moti. If there was a list of guys deserting now, that list would be fucking long. Alright, thanks for watching friends, and I'll see you next time. The Bloody Dawn.